This week I picked Go Getter for the language zone. So if you scored a 90% or higher on the language zone, you are a Go Getter for this week, and you will get a virtual Falcon book. And there will be a drawing for the Falcon books on Thursday. Next week, I'm going to look at the spelling zone. So you guys have an opportunity to become a go-getter for next week if you have a 90% or higher in the spelling zone. Okay, so I just wanted to point that out before we get started with the do now. So if you click today's lesson, it'll take you to the page we're working on today. Our do now deals with the word receive. So what is something you are hoping to receive soon? So in the chat, you're going to respond using this sentence starter that I have. I'm hoping that I will soon. You'll fill in receive in this first blank, and then tell me what you are hoping to receive soon. All right. So I will be checking the chat for your responses. I'll give you guys about 2 minutes to complete that, and then we'll get started with student application. All right, so I'm hoping that I will soon receive. Make sure you use our vocabulary word, receive. I'm hoping that I will soon receive a, and then let me know. So just add receive in your sentence, Dennis. So change get to receive. And then your answer will be all set. Just to go over the agenda that we're going for today, you guys will work on student application. Then we'll do a summary mini lesson, starting with the Kahoot, just to check your understanding from last week. And then we'll end with independent reading. Okay. And Briari, I just told everyone that you need to respond in a complete sentence. So using this sentence frame, right? I'm hoping that I will soon receive. So go ahead and rewrite that over before you get logged on to Read 180. All right. It's important that you guys are practicing writing and speaking in complete sentences. Okay. The more you do it, the easier it'll become, and you won't have to think about it. It'll be just automatic. Okay. But we have to practice that. Writing and speaking in complete sentences. I'm hoping that I will soon receive. Thumbs up if you are logged on to the Read 180 website. Dennis is ready. Who else is ready? Elijah's your thumb up? I can't tell. Okay, Ariana's ready. Philip's ready. All right, just a reminder that I'm checking minutes, but I'm also checking performance. So if you guys are performing at a 70% or above, you're receiving your points. But if not, we're gonna have to have a conference to figure out what skills you need to focus on. Okay, you need to be getting at least a 70% or above on those activities. All right, I think everybody is ready. I'll have you guys work on that for about 20 minutes, and then we will start with our summary mini lesson. Riari, are you ready? I don't know if I saw your thumb up. Okay, let's just make sure that our room or the area that we're working on is free of distractions. So if you have a TV on, if you have your phone out, let's just make sure that we're focusing on our work, because our performance is very important on the website. Okay, that's going to show me what areas or what skills we need to what skills I need to reteach or go over or review. All right, is everybody ready? Thumbs up if you're ready. Actively working on the website, you are only benefiting yourself. So just think of it like that. Yes, I know it can be a little redundant, but just understand that whatever work you put in is helping you to become a better reader. All right, we're gonna switch. Good job, Dennis. You guys, let me know when you guys finish a segment too. That's really important. That means you guys are completing basically a lesson. All right. So we're going to switch gears to our review on summary. I want to see what you guys remember from our lesson from last week. So we're going to start with a Kahoot. All right. It's only 7 questions. It's going to be short. So I'll pull that up and you guys will, I'll pull the game pin up and then you guys can work on that. Make sure you put your first name, no nicknames, please. And let's see what you guys remember. There are definitely some things we need to go over, which is good. I'm glad we started off with the Kahoot because we are going to be reviewing summary. So I'm going to give you guys the link to the Google Slides we will be working on today. Go ahead and make a copy of it. It'll have you make a copy and then I'll share my screen and then when it's time for you guys to write, you'll just switch over to yours. Is this the right one? Okay. Does anybody have any questions about summary? All right, there's the copy of the Google Slides. So go ahead and click that thumbs up when you have it pulled up and you're ready to start. All right, Ariana's ready. Who else is ready? Dennis, Ari, thank you guys. Thumbs up when you have the Google Sites pulled up. Brennan's ready. We're going to be starting on the third slide. You guys can just focus on mine for right now. But I just want to make sure everybody has access to the Google Slides. Does everybody have access? Briari, do you have access? Briari? Philip, you ready? All right, so to summarize a text, you are basically checking your understanding of what you've read. So you're gonna check your understanding when you read a summary, but you're gonna be doing it in your own words or when you're writing one, okay? So when you summarize a text, you retell the most important ideas using your own words. All right, Elijah, can you start with the first bullet? Can you read that out loud for us? Right here, first blue bullet point.
Froze.
Can you hear us?
Okay, now I can.
Okay. Can you read the first bullet point?
Sorry. Start a summary by what's that saying? Starting the main idea or what the text is mostly about.
Okay. So you're going to start a summary by stating the main idea or what the text is mostly about. So you're not going to start with a detail. You need to start off your summary with what the text is about. All right, Dennis, can you read the next bullet point, please?
Tell only the most important details in order. Do not include details that are not important.
Okay. So you're only going to include things that are important. All right. The original text will include all the details. So if you guys remember the question from the Kahoot where it said it was false because you're not going to include all of the details. That's what the original text is for. A summary is a brief description of what was of the text. So you don't need all of the details. You just need the most important. And they also need to go in order. Okay. And William, can you read the last bullet point, please?
Do not include your opinion.
Okay, do not include your opinion. This is not a persuasive essay. You don't need to tell us, hey, I think you should read this book. It is a really good read. That's not what this is, okay? A summary is just you retelling the text, okay? So if you like to take notes, if you're a person that likes to put things in lists, this is a really good picture. It kind of sums up summary into 3 basic bullet points. It includes the main idea, only important ideas. You're going to use keywords in your own words, all right? We've been looking at nonfiction text, so we've been focusing on the main idea and key details. All right, so if you have your real book, we're going to be looking at page 47. So those of you who have a real book, we're going to be starting on page 47. Okay. Now, this is a outline that we're going to look at. We're going to start it today. 1 second. Yes, we're going to start this today. So first we have, it says identify the main idea and important details of the news article, lending a helping hand. Then write a summary of the text in your own words. So we're going to look at the main idea, and I want you guys to put your thumbs up or thumbs down whether you know or whether you think this is correct. Okay, so first, like I said, a summary restates the main ideas and details. Before you write a summary, you have to identify the main idea. So Sierra and Peter's 9th grade class created a prosthetic hand using a 3D printer. Do you guys think that that is the most important idea of lending a helping hand? This news article here that we read last week. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Thumbs up if you think this is a good main idea sentence for lending a helping hand. Sierra and Peter's 9th grade class created a prosthetic hand using a 3D printer. Okay, Dennis, why don't you think this is a good main idea?
Because they didn't tell why they created it.
Okay, so remember our main idea is just an introduction, right? That's just telling us what the text is mostly about, but what's going to tell us why or how they did it? What goes into detail?
The 3D printer.
Well, the details are going to tell us how they did it. So the main idea is just, hey, this is what the text is mostly about. And then our details will tell us more, give us more information, or give us evidence why that statement is true. All right. Briari, can you hear us? All right, I need you to focus and I want you to read this first detail. Read the first detail out loud for us, please. We can't really hear you. Can you like turn yourself up or something? Move closer to the computer. Are you covering the mic or something? We can't really hear you. Is your volume all the way up? Can you guys hear? I really can't.
Can't hear. It's probably accidentally on mute or something. I don't know. Because last time
she's not on mute. We just can't hear her. All right, I'm gonna have somebody else to read. Philip, can you read number 1 for us? I'll have you read number 2, okay, Brennan? Philip, read number 1, please.
What did you say?
Can you read the first detail that we have right here?
Yeah, I worked with the Enable.
Enabled.
Yes, Enable.
Keep reading, Philip. You have to read this whole sentence.
it to make her prosthetic hands for her school science project at 8 years and in an 8-year-old girl in California.
Okay, so we go back to the text, right? Because these are details that we find in the text that are going to help us support this. If we go back to page 43, we will find this answer here. Sierra, paragraph 2 talks about, if we just skim the text, we find details how Sierra worked with Enable to make this prosthetic hand, and she used it for a science project. Okay, so you guys are going to always go back to the text. All right, Brennan, can you read number 2?
Sierra brought her own 3D printer, and now she makes prosthetic hands.
Okay, so that's another detail that tells more about Sierra creating a prosthetic hand using a 3D printer. Now, you guys are going to go back to the text. So you're going to look at page 44, 43, and 44, and you are going to finish the 3rd detail and the 4th detail. So ZZ is missing blank. So her teacher asks blank. Then number 4, Peter's school has a blank. So he and his students made what? All right. Remember, these go in order. So if our last detail was about Sierra buying a 3D printer, I can infer that the next detail is going to be on page 44. So you guys are going to have to skim or reread the text on page 44 to complete the details for number 3 and 4. Thumbs up if you understand what you are working on right now. You will be working on this independently, okay? So you need to go to page 44 because you need to find some text evidence to help fill out this summary. Okay, so they start talking about ZZ on page 44. So I will start with paragraph 6. Reread this page, and then you're going to answer or fill in the details for 3 and 4. Thumbs up if you understand the instructions. Thumbs up if you understand the instructions, you guys. If not, you need to tell me, you need to let me know if you don't understand. I'm gonna give you until 12:20, so that's 7 minutes. You have 7 minutes to complete the 3rd and 4th detail, okay? You're gonna go back to the text, which is the next page on your Google document. Reread this and answer the details, all right? Please let me know if you do not understand.